guacamole, holy guacamole. I just got hit by a car, and you're the one who swept me off my feet, pushed me in the street, left me in a coma. Guacamole me, guacamole you. I just got busted for drugs, and you're the one who sold me to the Fed, leaving me for dead, played me for a fool. Making guacamole, mix it in the bowlie. I just got mauled by a bear, and you're the one who covered me with honey. Thought it was so funny. How could you be so cruel? Take it. That's good. Captain Guacamole, Officer Stromboli, I just got shot in the face, and you're the one who had the smoking gun. Love is just no fun whenever I'm with you. Guacamole coma, Yuma, Arizona, I just got hepatitis C, and you were standing there with a syringe. How it makes me cringe, breaks my heart in two. Holy guacamole, lumpy, green and rolly. Baby, I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause even though I'm down upon my luck, I don't give a fuck, long as I have you. Dark house in which once more I sit, I curse the very thought of it. Doors creaking through the cold empty halls, and cobwebs on the walls. A box filled with broken dreams, scattered pictures from a life once filled with glee. So ghastly through the dead of night I go. Dark kitchen where I cook my shit. How I shudder at the thought of it. Pots and pans amidst the stale hollow stink, and dishes in the sink. The cheese that's been there for years, the tiled floor that's not been washed but for blood and tears, and forks and spoons from a bygone time, once shined so bright. They have no life amidst the darkening clouds, and children play on the streets below as I die alone in this dark house. Help me make it through the night, 'cause I am tired and alone. Help me make it through the night, 'cause I don't like myself anymore. I guess I'm just not interesting. I have no personality. I met a guy with cancer, and he felt sorry for me. I've never been a social guy. I'm always making children cry. I guess that's just the way it's meant to be. Help me make it out of bed, 'cause I am scared and sad. Help me make it through the day, 'cause there's nothing out there for me anymore. 'Cause I'm always coming in last place and getting dirt kicked in my face, and everyone pushes ahead of me and no one stops to care. And I curse the gods each day in vain for giving me this life of pain, when all I really need's a little hug. Help me make it through the night, 'cause I am tired and alone. Help me make it through the night, 'cause I don't like myself. Translates to lost bread, and then later in the 16th century, Henry V.
Allez, c'est parti. Tout d'abord, comme il s'agit de pain perdu cuit au four, nous allons préchauffer le four à 400
The high school and college students who are experimenting with LSD will be running many of our institutions and guiding public policy.
Now the communists are killing your sons in South Vietnam.
Sometimes even torture.
I said there was communism
Or
on
even
college
execution.
campuses. Now the liberals are admitting that there's communism on college
College
campuses.
students who are using LSD and marijuana today do not comprise a criminal class. They are not drug addicts.
Reply to teacher Gabe was, well, the student knows that tomorrow we may lose his head in Vietnam or by an atomic bomb. He's not too concerned about the possibility of damaging a few brain cells with a trip on
They're
LSD.
your best educated, your most creative, and your most courageous young people.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask
And like it or not, they're going to build you a new civilization.
And you can
can see that it's absorbing it quite well here.
Checking the mic, 1, 2, test, test, check. Help. Help. Oh, God. Computer volume 10. Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen. Where today I'm going to be making potentially delicious and at the very least potentially interesting tuna salad situation. I just want to give you a little bit of background. I was walking on the way to pick up some groceries and I picked up a little what seemed to be sort of a cutout piece of paper that had a recipe on it, and it had ingredients. And the ingredients that were listed were onion, eggs, mayonnaise, tuna, salt and pepper to taste, and cayenne pepper, onion, and eggs. And the unfortunate part though was that it didn't have the name of what the dish was, and it also didn't have the instructions. I just had the ingredients and that's it. But then I thought, what an interesting learning moment this could be for all of us to try to backwards engineer a recipe based on the ingredients. So we have all those ingredients here. I'll show you. Oh, jeez. Hope that didn't crack. Let's zoom in here a little bit, get focused. So we have all the ingredients here that were on that little piece of paper, but none of the instructions. I'm imagining that it's probably some type of a tuna salad situation. So I have a picture here if you want to see. No, that's not it. Hold on. It's this here. That's a tuna salad. Now we don't have the, well, I have bread, I guess we could put in the picture, but that's not part of it. And then we also have the leaves and stuff. So we will probably be making something that looks a little bit like that. But anyway, enough about that shit. Let's check in with you guys and see how you're doing. Dreadlock B says, never tried eggs with tuna salad. Okay, well, there's a first time for everything. Kurt Cocaine says, Henry, the guitar track from French Toast Interlude slaps butt cheeks. I feel like some kind of way when I listen to it. Send your friend Jose Suicidio my compliments. I will indeed. And maybe Jose Suicidio will make a little bit of an appearance on the upcoming Halloween stream, October 27th. A lot of exciting stuff. We're going to play Dead by Daylight and costume party submissions, and you can see all that in the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, this background picture was donated to us. Not donated completely. I'm sure that the rights are still held by the photographer, one of our resident photographers, Lisi, who we met in Naperville. And this picture seems to be of autumn flowers in the Midwest, I'm assuming, and it's beautiful. Lisi T says, I'm officially donating to Henry's Kitchen. Well, that's very nice of you. I want to say that your submissions, though, are not, don't become property of Henry's Kitchen. So if somebody sends a picture of their grandmother or something like that, and we use it here on the show, I don't own your grandmother and all of the rights to your grandmother's image for all of eternity throughout the universe in perpetuity. I'm only licensing it from you so that I can use your grandmother's likeness for whatever purpose that we would need it to, hypothetically. But It's Kate X says, sadly, it won't pay the Henry's Kitchen bills. Yeah, that's true. There's really no budget here. There is a little bit of budget, and it comes from you, the users. Folks like Borsenvin. Borsenvin says, Meemaw would like this. Meemaw would like this. Yeah, sorry, my eyes aren't the greatest. Norel Borel, whom I also met in Naperville, says, Henry, I'll gladly give you the license to my grandmother's likeness. Well, that's very, very nice of you. Link's Deity says, what if they submit photographic proof of the Bigfoot? That would be valuable. That actually could pay some Henry's Kitchen bills. Is it possible to prove something with a photograph anymore now that you've got Photoshop and even more recently AI? It's Kate X says, could this recipe get rid of a hangover, Henry? Asking for a friend. This one, no. Salads in general are not great for getting rid of a hangover. Usually you want high saturated fat, greasy, buttery, high carbs. Something like a double cheeseburger with bacon on it would probably, it wouldn't get rid of the hangover, but it would make you temporarily forget about the hangover because you're engaging in such pleasurable decadence. Thitchin' Hat, and I know I'm mispronouncing that. Hey Henry, after missing a few live streams, I resorted to doing my own cooking research. Okay, well that's okay if you guys want to do research on your own. Specifically about baking soda versus baking powder. Okay, and we've gone over that a little bit. I really thought I was understanding it all, and then suddenly cream of tartar. What the fuck? I'm not making fish sticks. Please help. Okay. Cream of tartar. So tartar is a sauce that you serve with fish. For example, the McDonald's fish fillet sandwich. It doesn't have ketchup, doesn't have mustard. It's got tartar sauce on it. That's about the extent of my knowledge of tartar. So I would say cream of tartar would be when you extract just the cream part of that recipe. But I might be just talking out of my ass, which is a lot of times what people of authority do when they're asked a question that they don't know the answer to. And it's a good thing because it makes you feel confident. Let's go ahead and take a... Thank you very much, Lisi T, for that picture. Wow, we've got some very exciting pictures. Dark Aegis, our resident photographer here, has given us this cool background. I want to go through. Apparently there was another Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, as you may know it. I think Northern Lights is what they call it in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, it wouldn't be the first time, and probably not the last. But I'm going to quickly run through your submissions of the Aurora Borealis. Remember, I did... oh, no, I'm mixing up the Aurora Borealis with the eclipse. The eclipse happened back in April while I was on tour. So I had to spend a hell of a lot of extra money for hotels and rental cars. And I didn't even give a shit about the eclipse. It just happened to be that that's where I was performing. And during the eclipse, I went into a Starbucks because, again, I don't really care, and asked the girl if she could make me a caramel macchiato. And the girl says, well, we were kind of hoping that for just maybe 10 minutes or whatever, we could go out into the parking lot and take a look at the eclipse because it's, you know, a real rare thing. And I was like, I don't know. I'm a customer here. That doesn't... seems like you're working right now. You should be able to make me a caramel macchiato. And she's like, it's fine. It's okay. And I said, besides, there's one coming around in 2084 anyway, so she'll probably be alive still. She was young. But that was just a little tidbit from my trip. Norel Borel says, we saw both here in Michigan. Oh, cool. Borsenvin says, no slacking off during work hour. That goes for the mods as well. Yeah, Borsenvin, thanks. You know, she was trying to do something called quiet quitting, and I wasn't having it. JV's Tech sends his Aurora Borealis. I'm going to be pronouncing that incorrectly a couple of times. Uh-oh, I think I hear my cat roast beef, but not quite yet, I guess. Let me just double check. This is an awesome picture. Thanks, JV's Tech. My cat roast beef might be grabbing some food and water here in a little bit. We'll see. Are you there? Is everybody still there? Sometimes roast beef kind of ruins everything. Mega Gildy says that worker was still 100% more helpful than the moderators. Well, I don't want to start getting into that, but okay, let's go through some more Aurora Borealis pics. And okay, let's check in here at we've got my cat roast beef here. Oh, look at that. It looks like he's drinking some water. He knows what's good for him. He drinks so much water. It's crazy. He's an old cat, but he stays well hydrated. He also eats the same meal, the same food for every meal. And he sleeps 23 hours of every day. And he never leaves the house. And that, my friends, is the secret to a long and happy, well, a long life. And I do basically the same thing as well. I want to thank Munch Hotel. Munch Hotel just cheered 200 bits. Thank you so much, Munch Hotel. And thanks again, JV's Tech, for this cool pick. And we also have another one from Michelle C., who is in Maryland, who sends us another awesome pick of the whole Aurora Borealis. So it sounds like it was in the sort of mid-Atlantic coast, if I'm not mistaken, or northeast region. Read off some of the alerts here. The Elusive Man resubscribed for 27 months. Thank you so much, The Elusive Man. And there's a message here. Happy birthday, Henry. Okay, well, it's not my birthday, but thank you so much for your subscription as well. Hopefully you won't take it back now that you found out that it's not my birthday. The Chunks cheered 420 bits and says, Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, Henry. Is it really? Is this Canadian Thanksgiving? I didn't know that. Computer, when is Canadian Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving will occur in second Monday in October.
Computer, what is today?
It's Sunday, October 13th.
So it'll be tomorrow. So, but you know what? It might be tomorrow where you are in Canada, because I don't know how that works. I don't think so, actually. Thanks for the early Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, the Chunks, and Happy Canadian Thanksgiving right back to you and all of your family, and many, many more to come. Dendra Leone gifted a Tier 1 sub to D West, to D West. Thank you, Dendroleon. Link's Deity gifted a tier 1 sub to Yesbird. Nice. Thank you, Link's Deity. And M. Cariotti resubscribed for 17 months, and there's a message here. Henry, it was awesome meeting you and so many users in Naperville last month. I hope we can party again soon. Happy Halloween to you and Roast Beef. Thank you. Thanks for your subscription, M. Cariotti. And thanks, I believe this is your picture behind us, so thank you. And Thitchin Hat resubscribed and says, very happy to be a small part of the Henryverse. There's no small parts. There's only small people. Or something like that. There's some kind of expression like that I wanted to say, and I kind of messed it up, I think. Okay, well, let's have a little coffee here. I know we've got some comments here. Some of which we can read. Pug Lady 2600 said, please send some Aurora Borealis to Phoenix. Yeah, Roast Beef is down with that idea. Hank Boozle says, come up with something original, Canada. Come on. Obviously, satire on the fact that every country has a Thanksgiving, not just the U.S., which tends to be a little bit myopic in terms of our awareness of the world. Thank you for that excellent satire, Hank Boozle. And Simulator TM says, I'm the big part of Henry. Okay, and that sounds a little bit like the Chicago song. Or is it the Chicago? You're the biggest part of me. It's Kate X. Could this recipe get in my hang? Okay, so that catches us up a little bit. Munch Hotel, I love the ginger ale from Canada. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I think it's time to do a song. Let's go ahead and pull up a nice background for our song here. Let's pull up this one from Dark Ages again. It says here, there's a message. As you could see from JB's text shots, the Aurora a few nights ago were incredible. And this is the first time I'm realizing Aurora is a plural. I didn't know that. I guess Aurora Boreali maybe would be the plural full form. I took this one at Indiana Dunes State Park that same night, and they were the brightest I've ever seen with my unassisted eyes. Awesome. Well, we're going to use this picture for a background. Why don't we do this song that was requested to us by JB's Text, speaking of whom. And by the way, if you haven't heard JB's Text song about the Naperville experience that we had last September 21st, go to the Discord and check it out. It's pretty impressive, and it really captures everything that we did that night, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to put on the reverb here. Hold on a second. Okay, everybody, just dealing with some cat issues there. I'm glad Roast Beef made an appearance, but now it's time for him to go back under the bed where he stays for 23 hours. Okay. Reverb. Check. A little loud. Check. Help. Help. Yeah, still just, okay. I think that's going to be okay. JB's Tech wanted to hear this song by a band called Foreigner from, I believe, from the UK. So they would be foreigners here in America, except Lou Graham, who's the singer, who I believe was American, but he would be a foreigner if he went to the US. I don't know why they called it Foreigner. It's one of those things like these bands like Kansas, they're not from, well, Kansas actually is from Kansas, I think, but like Boston, for example. Oh yeah, they were actually from Boston, I think. Europe is from Europe. There are bands that name themselves something that they're not. Asia, they're not from Asia, that band. Chicago, I think they are from Chicago though. Styx, Stoked Pampica says Styx. Yeah, Styx is definitely not from the river Styx in hell. Pug Lady 2600, Phoenix is not from Phoenix. I've never heard of the band Phoenix. But I know that Arizona Tea is not from Arizona. They just thought that was a cool sounding name. All right, everybody, enough of this nonsense. Let's get into some rock and roll. This is a song from the band Foreigner, expertly sung by the incredible vocalist Lou Gramm. But today you're going to hear sort of a more, suicidio type vocal performance of it. Because if I try to sing sounding like the guy from Foreigner, I start getting people knocking on the door and asking if I'm okay. So here we go.
Well, I'm hot-blooded, you can check it and see. I got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do you do more than dance? I'm hot-blooded, I'm hot-blooded.
By the way, just a real quick PSA here. If you do have a fever of 103, you shouldn't be out at the club asking people to dance. You should be at home eating soup. Or drinking soup. I don't know if you eat or drink soup. Doing both, I guess. But here we go. Dendra Leone says, sorry to hear you're not feeling well, Henry. I feel great. It's just the song that I'm singing. The guy didn't feel good, I guess. Borsenvin says this was pre-COVID. Yeah, I guess pre-COVID it wasn't as scary to be talking to somebody who had 103 fever. But why? But anyway, let's move on with the song here.
You don't have to read my mind to know that what I have in mind. Honey, you ought to know. Now you move so fine. Let me lay it all on the line. I want to know what you're doing after the show.
This is 103 degree fever guy.
Now it's up to you. We can make a secret rendezvous. Just me and you. I'll show you loving like you never knew. That's why I'm hot-blooded. You can check it and see. I got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, don't you do more than dance. I'm hot-blooded, hot-blooded.
Hank Boozle says, I don't allow the sun to regulate my body heat. All right, verse 2.
You know it feels alright. Maybe you can stay all night. Should I leave you my key?
Don't ever do that, by the way.
But you've got to give me a sign. Come on, girl. Some kind of sign. Tell me, are you hot, mama? 'Cause you sure look that way to me, mama.
Is this his mom he's talking to? This is getting weirder and weirder.
Are you old enough?
Wow, that's not good if you're asking that.
Will you be ready when I call your bluff? Is my timing right?
I'm getting the wrong notes on that.
Did you save your love for me tonight?
Oh, this is falling apart. I'm sorry, this sucks.
But I'm hot-blooded, you can check it and see. I got a fever of 103. Got a fever burning it's up to you. We can make a secret rendezvous. Got it. Before we do, you'll have to get away from you know who. Who? I don't know who. Who's he talking about? Well, I'm hot-blooded, you can check it and see. I got a fever of 103. Come on, mommy, do you do more than dance? I'm hot-blooded with a fever in my pants. Hot-blooded, you can check it and see. Oh, you're looking so tight. Now you're driving me wild. I'm so hot for you, child. Hot-blooded. I'm a little bit high. I think a fever could do that to you. It makes you feel lightheaded. Looks like you're a little bit shy. Understandable. You're making me sing. Hot-blooded for your sweet, sweet thing. Dark Ages says, this guy's a perv and he's sick. Yeah, he's sick in more ways than one. Munch Hotel says, I feel like this guy says, look what you made me do all the time. Yeah, he's always blaming stuff on everybody else. Parasitosis says, I heard foreigner finally got their green card, so now they are citizen. Oh, okay, but that's going to be a problem because I'll bet there's a band called Citizen. But we'll let them fight it out. Nora Elboro says, yeah, she's shy because this sick dude won't leave her alone. Yeah, the whole thing sounds toxic and problematic. Nolio, do you have a recipe you'd recommend for that fever? I think we did a fever reduction. I would go with the Avgo Limono. You can see it on YouTube. Avgo, A-V-G-O, Limono. Saguaro U says, yay. Awesome, and we have a request from Saguaro U too. Hopefully it'll be a song that's aged better than that last one did. Let's see if we have any viewers. Oh, interesting, no viewers. Okay, maybe not a lot of big foreigner fans out there, or maybe they dropped off. Kurt Cocaine is here though. Kurt Cocaine says, Avgo Limono, also one of the best Jose Suicidio songs. Yeah. One of the lesser known, unreleased material, if you will. Okay, Borsenvin says there are dozens of us. Yeah, there are. There's a couple of viewers. I think this has to be some kind of a glitch. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and do another song here. I'm going to change up the background. We've got Midnight Faded, whom I also have hung out with a couple of times in Illinois, sends us this one. Tuesday Special, the $650 burger. Holy shit. $5 pitcher and $10 bucket. What's the bucket full of? And October 2nd, Ginger Roots Shinben Gumi Tour. What in the hell is a $650 burger made out of? This must be New York, one of those fancy places, French Laundry or whatever. It's got to be maybe San Francisco, but yeah, $650 burger. Well, you would probably go with extremely rare fine beef. I'm not talking about cooked rare, but probably so, because that's the way gourmet people like it cooked. What is it called? Wagyu beef, and then you'd probably have some exotic pickles from Siberia or something like that. I don't know, but it would be something that's very difficult. Simulator TM says it must have some exotic balls. Yeah, and Red Hat Matt 33 says maybe there's some cocaine in it. Yeah, that seems like one of the only way. Lynx Deity says it's a money laundering burger. Yeah, there's something weird going on there.
Munch Hotel says Siberian pickles, nothing like them. Oh, so you've had them. I think if you're going to spend $650 on a burger, you're probably not good with money. That's just my guess. Midnight Faded says you pronounced the tour title correctly too. Oh, wow. Is it Japanese? Shinbangumi. I think Japanese is mostly phonetic, but I do not want to claim that I know anything about that. M. Cariotti says, we had bourbon pickles last night. Awesome. Well, it sounds like you'll probably need that hangover cure, the Avgo... Oh, no, it wasn't Avgo Limona. It was the other one that we had mentioned. Double cheeseburger, I guess. It's Kate. It's Kate X sends us this one. This is amazing because at first glance it just looks like a typical picture of Times Square. But if you notice there on the right side, one of the billboards seems to be showing the Highwayman. Amazing. So the Highwayman, of course, the beloved heroic character from all of our favorite television days, the 70s. The Highwayman, it looks like maybe he got himself a Broadway musical, and pretty cool. Nella Wallen says, how much did you pay for those? For which? Sometimes the conversation, for this picture? Deadlock B says, I think I see you in there. Yeah, that's the Highwayman, who a lot of people say I bear resemblance to. It's Kate X says there's 4 different billboards. My eyesight really is pretty bad. I'm going to have to get... these glasses on. There we go. Okay. Broadway's Sure Thing, Chicago. Palace, Observer Report. West Side Story, one of my favorite musicals. Oh, I see. Wow, yeah, there's a Henry's Kitchen one over there. That's amazing. Oh, look at that. There's a couple of CD covers. Wow, this is the kind of thing. So you see Wicked over there, and then it's got Let's Get Suicidal, the extremely rare physical copy version of the album by Jose Suicidio, and then right above it, my album from 2010, L.A. Dream. This is really cool. Thanks, It's Kate X. You do amazing stuff here, and it might have all been stuff that was there, and you just happened to take a trip to New York. But it looks like it was probably about $1 million to get all of those billboards up there for even like one day. And then how many burgers could you have bought for that? Computer, what's 1 million divided by 6.50? Computer, volume 10. Computer, what's 1 million divided by 6.50?
1 million divided by 6.5 is approximately 153,846.1538.
So you could have... Oh, no. I did the decimal point by accident. Computer, what's 1 million divided by 650?
1 million divided by 650 is approximately 1,538.4615.
So you could get roughly 1,500 $650 burgers for the amount of money that it costs to put these billboards up. But that's capitalism. You have to decide... you have to be a good consumer and decide what benefit you're getting for the price. I mean, I think that's kind of everything. It's Kate X says, if it was $1,600, I'd change my mind. Deadlock B says that's not many burgers. Yeah, it's like 3 years worth of burgers tops. Borsenvin says, what did the Thai kickboxing champion say to the other Thai boxing champion? Shin Bangu me, I shing bang you. Did I say that right? Oh, shin, yeah, banging your shin would be kickboxing, I think, if I'm getting it correctly. Okay, guys, we're getting off a little bit. So we should probably, we've got a lot of cooking to do here, but let's just check in. Kairosa sends us this cool pic. This looks like one of those pictures they have in a hotel, and it looks very much like our picture of that you'll see in the background here in my kitchen. This is amazing. Thanks for sending this, Kairosa. It does seem to be upside down. I think that those flowers are supposed to be hanging from the top. And I've only learned that from you guys in terms of, I'm not a huge artwork person, but thanks for that upside down artwork picture. It's very cool. And Spanish Boots sends us this pic. And it says here, Mark Rabbit's Art and Design. Well, that's a very artistic design there. It looks like, I think, what they call truck nuts. Spanish Boots, is that a reference to the Bob Dylan song? If so, that's awesome. E-Lake _ says truck nuts, but art. Oh, okay. Dendra Leon says building balls. JB's text says those are upside down boots. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Or it looks like it could be the symbol for pie. Okay, thanks for that, Spanish Boots. And Nella sends us this picture. Whoa. ELO concert. And I think this was probably in honor of Game Master Flash, who sang Telephone Line in Naperville. And gave us all some goosebumps of nostalgia for ELO's music. And I guess Nella recently went to a ELO concert and was sitting in a very high, precarious, sitting on a cliff or something. Pretty cool. Norel Borel, yeah, I saw ELO about 5 years ago. I don't know if it was the one called Jeff Lynne's. I mean, either way, I guess it's Jeff Lynne's. I guess probably for legal reasons he might have had to change the name, but it's an incredible concert. And then when you're watching it, you realize, wow, I know every one of these songs and they're all awesome, even though I didn't actually own their records. But you couldn't be alive in the late 70s without knowing ELO's music. Phaedrus, oh, getting us in the mood for Halloween here. This is something in the cornfields. Very interesting. Cornfields all by themselves are just terrifying. I don't know why that is. I guess because it's just sort of completely unknown what's in there. Munch Hotel says New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. Is that two unrelated sentences, or is the second sentence related to the first? Let me see how we're doing on our alerts. Phantom Parakeet has resubscribed for 7 months and says no viewers, also no subs. Thank you, Phantom Parakeet. Thank you so much for joining us. And we do have another song that we're going to do here, so I think it's probably time for me to go ahead and do that. Why don't we use this creepy picture that was submitted to us for this one? This again is Phaedrus, also known as Fitch and Hat, also known as AKA. All right, so here we go. This is a song that Saguaro Ooh wanted to hear. It's by AC/DC. Actually, no, this one did not age better than the last song. As a matter of fact, this one's probably worse because it's about straight up murder. So I am going to perform it, but I want you to know that this was an artistic endeavor from a band back in the 70s, AC/DC, that was, you know, it was a creative writing exercise. You know, what would be a song that a hitman would sing, and if it's sort of their advertisement, you know. So I don't want anybody to write letters to Henry's Kitchen and say, hey, Henry's Kitchen said he's going to murder people. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and perform this song in a more lovely kind of a folky version of it because I think that'll take some of the edge off of the lyrics here. So let's go ahead and try it. Whoa, that was the wrong chord. Here we go. If you're having trouble with the high school head, he's giving you the blues. You want to graduate but not in his bed. Here's what you gotta do. Pick up the phone, I'm always home. Call me anytime. Just ring 3624-360. I lead a life of crime. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and I'll do them dirt cheap. Dirty deeds, I'll do them for you dirt cheap. You got a problem in your life of love, you got a broken heart. He's double dealing with your best friend. That's when the teardrops start. Fella, pick up the phone, I'm here alone. Call, make a special call. This sucks. Come right in, forget about him. We'll have yourselves a ball. Dirty deeds. I'm doing, I can't find the notes. I'm pretty bad at doing that in general. Dirty deeds. I'm gonna just rock it out. Done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds. Done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds. Done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and the done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and the done dirt cheap. If you got a lady and you want her gone, but you ain't got the guts, she keeps nagging. I'm very sorry, that's not part of the song. I just started coughing because it's been a long time since I've used my voice in such a way. She keeps nagging at you night and day, enough to drive you nuts. Truck nuts. Pick up the phone, leave her alone. It's time you made a stand. For a fee, I'm happy to be your backdoor man. Hey, dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and the done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and the done dirt cheap. Concrete shoes, cyanide, TNT, done dirt cheap. Neckties, contracts, paperwork, done dirt cheap. High voltage, bloody murder, customer service putting you on hold, done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and the done dirt cheap. Turned into a little bit of God Help Me by Jose Suicidio. I think AC/DC might have stolen some of those lyrics at the end. Simulator TM says, I'm afraid this song is about worse things than but sex. But sex, there must have been a typo there. Kurt Cocaine, dirty tits and thunder cheeks. Okay, all right, guys. And then there's a couple of other things here. So maybe we should go into the cooking here because I don't want to get too off. JMG Golden God has resubscribed for 12 months and says, 1 year anniversary on my birthday. Love everything you do, Henry. Thanks, JMG Golden God. And especially if you love whatever that was that I just did. That's very kind of you. And if it is your birthday, what the fuck? Midnight Faded just gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much, Midnight Faded. That's very generous of you, and I appreciate it. Midnight Faded, are you going to join us? I know that you were in Peoria and you were in Naperville. We're also doing St. Louis, November 15th. If anybody out there wants to come to the show, it's going to be in St. Louis as part of the Flyover Comedy Festival. You can go to henryphillips.com to get tickets. Sorry, Midnight Faded, you reminded me of that. And it's always good to see you, and thanks for that 5-tier subs. And Simulator TM says this song brought some fans. I mean, who knew? I thought it was sucking ass. Flying Starfish, any Oilers want to gift me? And Munch Hotel says St. Louis, Maine or St. Louis, Nebraska. I don't know. You'd have to check the website. Also, Bean Curds 1312 resubscribed for 5 months and says, hello, love the streams, good streams, thanks for streams. Thank you, Bean Curds 1312. Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Breadboard, that's B-O-R-E-D. Thank you so much, Anonymous. We love the hacking work that you do, and it's always fun to see you in those cool masks. But I want to go back to JMG Golden God because JMG Golden God says it's his birthday. Or her birthday, or their birthday, I'm not sure. But JMG Golden God, let's go ahead and do your birthday. We do a song here if it's somebody's birthday. It's Jose Suicidio's Nobody's Birthday. It's nobody's birthday. No need for candles on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just some big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to order tartar sauce with cod. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday but JMG Golden God. It's nobody's birthday but JMG Golden God. Happy birthday, JMG Golden God, and thank you very much for resubscribing. Okay, everybody, I think it's time to start getting a little cooking done here. Just making sure that we've gone through all the pictures here. I feel like there's probably at least one more. No, I think we've gone through all of them, which is pretty cool. Nolio resubscribed. Thank you so much, Nolio. Thanks for subscribing. It says amazing. It is amazing. It's an amazing life. It's an amazing world. Parasitosis says 2 years and feeling blessed. Except for the fact that I am in the middle of a meal prep for the week. Okay, well, I think what we're going to be doing today could be a meal prep. It goes on here. It says, why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. Best of luck today, Henry. Thank you, Parasitosis, for that vote of confidence and for that uplifting speech. It sounded almost as inspiring as the famous speech from Shakespeare's Henry V, St. Crispin's Day. Bean Curds 1312 says, that took a turn. It sure did. But you know what? We don't mind turns here. All right. Let's do this, guys. once again, we're gonna computer. How much time on the timer left? Computer, how much time is left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Oh God, what's happening? Technical difficulties. We need to set an alarm. Computer, set timer for 5.5 minutes.
5 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
It's another way to say it, I guess. And then we're going to have to show an ad. So just a reminder, I found a recipe, but the page was ripped, so I didn't see what it was. So I had to deduce what it probably was. And what I think it was probably some kind of salad, like a tuna salad. Let's, right off the bat, we're not going to be putting these eggs into our salad raw and then cooking it. We're going to be hard boiling them. So let me just see here. Let's broaden this a little bit. We're gonna need to start with some boiling water. So I've got a hot water heater here, pretty standard issue. Got a couple of fruit flies, but that's a good thing. That means they like what you're doing in your kitchen. There's really, it's sort of one of those, the opposite of a harbinger of doom. It's a harbinger of good cooking. Okay. Computer, what is a harbinger?
A harbinger is someone who announces or foreshadows an upcoming event, whether it's positive or negative. They are a sign or omen of things to come. Additionally, a harbinger can also be someone who goes ahead and makes known the approach of another person or thing. They are a preview or precursor.
Okay, so a harbinger, we tend to only think of it as a negative, but it actually can be a positive. Now I'm going to have to unplug something. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess I'm going to have to unplug. No, I'm not going to unplug the sign. I'm going to unplug my coffee maker. But then the problem is I have to figure out how to program that damn clock afterward, which is a pain. Okay, so let's get that started. Meantime, we can prep some of these other ingredients. So we've got our infrared stove that we're going to be boiling our eggs with. And I'm going to show you the perfect way to hard boil eggs. And let's put the onion aside for now. We'll start with the tuna. You need a can opener, and you also want to have a this bowl ready here, but this is Wild Planet, our wildly good promise. You want to find where you can put this in between there. It's not easy. Boy, that doesn't want to work, does it? What the fuck, man? Oh, I see. It's got one of these. Pull. All right. So when you get your tuna, make sure that it's not, I guess this isn't the type of can that you use the can opener. They've got a pull tab. you want to get the juice out first, and then you want to take out the tuna. You might need a utensil. I'm going to grab I guess a teaspoon. Not easy. They don't make this easy. Okay? And they do that on purpose. They don't want everybody cooking because then that's going to cut into the profits of restaurants, you know? Borsenvin says, how many tablespoons of tuna do we need? We need 1 can. And if you want to go, Borsenvin's in French, so we're going to find out what the net, it says 5 ounces. Computer, how many tablespoons is 5 ounces?
5 fluid ounces is 10 tablespoons.
Okay, so you want 10 tablespoons. Computer, stop. Okay, so that's our timer. So we're gonna go ahead and do, Master Cookie the Third says, Mr. Phillips, turn fucking reverb off, please, for fuck's sake. Oh yeah, okay, so sorry about that. I still had the reverb on. Check 1. Help. Okay, so that, I apologize. Some people get very triggered by flashing lights, or in some cases they get seizures from excess reverb. And so my apologies, and I should have had a warning about that. Parasitosis says, son of a bitch, why do they waste the metal when everyone has a can opener? Yeah. And it seems like they're going through a hell of a lot of extra work that they shouldn't be going through. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to show a 3-minute ad. And during that time, we're going to have some meaningless chatter. But you'll, be able to get up and go to the bathroom. If you're a subscriber, of course, you won't see the ad. But here, let's go ahead and do this now. Stand by. Elake _ gifted Master Cookie a sub. Thank you very much, Elake _ for gifting Master Cookie the Third a tier 1 sub. I always like to see that kind of generosity being spread among the users. Okay. So the non-subscribers, or the unsubs, if you will, they're watching an ad, but meantime, I don't think it's that they're going to miss too much if I just take this hot water here and pour it into our plate or pot or whatever it is. So that's some real hot water there. We're going to put that in the on position. Not too crazy. I'm just getting everything set up. I don't want the unsubs to miss anything important. I'm going to get this keyboard out of the way. Okay. And I think for now we're doing okay. Pug Lady 2600 just resubscribed for 15 months. Thank you so much, Pug Lady 2600. That's very kind of you, and it's always fun to see you chiming in and giving us pictures and all that kind of stuff. Hey Juju says, why did I get an ad for the crisis hotline? Well, the ads are usually particularly tailored to whatever your past interests have shown. So if you've shown interest in crises, they're going to show you that kind of an ad. Nice Smile 3125 says, isn't that what they call the psychotic murder suspects in Criminal Minds? Yeah. I don't know why though, but in Criminal Minds they always call them the unsubscribers. I guess because they're non-subscribers on Twitch. Hank Boozle says, don't watch the pot, chat. It won't boil. Yeah, please, whatever you do, don't look. Because there's an old, one of those old wives' tales or whatever that says that a watched pot never boils. And that turns out to be true. You can look at the screen now, Parasitosis, because I took it off. How are we doing here on our ad? Oh, the unsubs are back already. Wow, that was a quick 3 minutes. Okay. All right, everybody, we're cooking now. I've got some boiling water, or it should be boiling anyway. It's very hot, this. And we're going to put our hard-boiled eggs, our eggs in there, and we're going to do what's called hard boiling them, which means we're going to boil them until they're hard on the inside, I guess. So we can leave that alone for a second. Let's make a timer. Computer, set a timer for 10 minutes, and let's call it hard-boiled egg timer.
Hard-boiled egg timer, 10 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. Okay, now let's clear our tuna, and we're going to have to get into our onion at this point. Gonna need a knife. Any kind of knife will do. This is a paring knife. Most importantly though, you're gonna need to have some type of headgear. Let me see if I can find my Onyo helm. Some people would say this is overkill, but I don't think that you can overestimate how important it is to be safe when you're in the kitchen. And we all know that when you cut onions, there's an emanation or a radiation, if you will, of fumes that can stimulate the tear ducts and get you to start crying while you're cooking your food, which is not that bad in and of itself, but I still don't like to have that. So let's go ahead and put this on, and let's get right into it, shall we? Should probably wear some kind of protection over the hand too. I don't think any knife is going to get through this thing. And let me get it set up so I can see your alerts and also your comments here. And let's cut some onions. Lacey T says, I cut onions this morning and was in pain for several minutes. Overkill or not, I really wish that I had had that helmet earlier. Yeah, you never regret doing. It's kind of a metaphor for life. You only regret the things you didn't do. You never regret the things you did. Think about it, like maybe if you didn't do your taxes, you regret that. You regret when you didn't, say, not drive under the influence and get arrested. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on cutting onions and also giving out life advice at the same time, and it's not easy. So I think this is probably about enough onion for us. Okay. The Chirinex just resubscribed to Tier 3. Thank you, the Chirinex. And you are on the board, so I really appreciate that. Okay. We want to cut these onions. You want to do something called dicing, which is basically just try to get them in as small little bits as you possibly can. I don't know if it's related to the type of dice that you play games with, like craps. But, yeah, I guess probably originally you would cut them into about the size of a dice. But words change their meaning over the years. Like the word infomercial means it's information and it's half commercial. Now, a lot of you young people probably don't know what the word commercial means. Well, back in the, maybe, I guess the 20th century, we would have, all of TV would be sponsored by a product. And that was called their commercial, and then you'd go back to watching whatever TV show you do. And now it's all subscriber based. Nice Smile 3125 says, thanks Henry for the life advice. I will take everything you say at face value and model my entire being based on your unlimited wisdom. Thank you so much. And that's even, you know, that you don't necessarily have to take everything, because sometimes I'll just kind of be talking out of my ass. But I do appreciate it. Okay, I think that's probably, I don't know. That's probably too much, too many onions actually. We're never really going to know what this recipe was supposed to be, but I'm imagining it's some kind of salad. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take our onions and put them into our work bowl here. But I'm not going to take all of them because I think it's kind of a lot of onions. You really just want to flavor them. This, if you're worried about wasting food, you can always use these onions to fertilize your plants or your garden. But I think that's probably all we're going to use there. And then we also want 1 tablespoon mayonnaise. And you start cutting this up a little bit. This isn't really the ideal utensil. I'm going to use a why don't we use a fork? Okay, let's check in. Vic Soy has resubscribed. Thank you, Vic Soy. And Nolio says, do I need to cut them into cubes like 6-sided or a D&D type dice that's 20-sided? Yeah, I think that's called a, is that a dodecahedron or is that 12? Yeah, I would imagine if they are the size of dice, then you're fine, no matter what type of dice. Because dice in general are meant to be handheld. So that's about what you want to do. This is coming out looking pretty good. So I'm going to put some black peppercorns over it. That's going to be a little bit of our flavor maker there. And why don't we add a little bit of salt. Oh, come on. Now, the problem here is I can't see whether the salt is coming out. You just kind of have to assume that it came out, because otherwise you're going to sit there and put way too much. Okay, and then now this is going to be a flavor maker as well. And again, this was just in the recipe. It seems kind of hardcore, but this is cayenne pepper. Woo, this is hot stuff. You want to be careful with that. Scuba Steve 361 says, "Are you making this for roast beef?" Roast beef, of course, being my cat. No, this is for human consumption. But roast beef probably would like it, although onions are toxic to cats. Computer, why are onions toxic to cats?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Onions, whether cooked, raw or dry, are highly toxic to cats. They contain dangerous sulfur compounds that attack the red blood cells of animals. Eating onions can cause vomiting, diarrhea, mucosal irritation, and even anemia in cats.
Yeah. You do not want to give any onion to your cat. I had to learn that. You have to learn all this stuff when you become a pet owner. You want your cat or your dog or whatever pet you have to live a long, happy, well, a long life anyway. Okay. Let us see where we're at with it here. Munch Hotel says strawberries too, right? Yeah, probably. Computer, stop. Ooh, interesting. Okay. That sounds like our... Karoshi 006 says, can I eat this even if I don't have consumption? Yeah, you can eat this under any circumstances, really. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Now, let's... I like to every now and then take a look at our main pick here. I think we could probably make something that looks a lot like this. They have theirs on sort of a tray. Which I don't think we have. But we can use a plate. What the heck? Some weird stuff going on with this plate. Okay. We've turned this thing off. Oh, okay. All right. So let's go ahead now. Let's look at our pick. Let's start laying stuff out. Okay, they have a bowl on top of the plate. So let's get a bowl. And we're going to let our hard-boiled eggs sit there for quite some time and get even more hard-boiled. All right, let's put our tuna in the bowl. Sometimes you just kind of have to wing it. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing right now. But, there we go. Let's get rid of this. Let's get the plate. And then I have some bread. Let's take a look at our beauty pick there. See if we can emulate that. They have a couple of slices, so maybe we'll cut this. Make ours look a little more like theirs. And then they have some greenery on the other side. I'm not sure if I have anything like that, but let's see. Well, actually, yeah, we should have some spinach left over. From last week when we did our whatever that was. I'm not worried about time right now because we need more time for our stuff. Oh yeah, this spinach isn't so great, so I'm just going to take the healthy looking leaves and put them on the side here. Yeah, it smells weird. It's literally just for looks. But when it's just for the looks, actually it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and just take a few of these. I think that was only last Wednesday that we used this spinach, so it's probably not so bad. Yeah, I think that's probably about right. Now, now we're talking. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this stacks up with the picture. Very, very close. But what we've got that they don't have, you know, one thing that's interesting is the tuna is the exact same color as my counter and the bread. So the whole thing has sort of a brown look to it, which I think is very photogenic. As opposed to theirs, there's a lot of white in there. It just sort of looks drab. And now I think it's time that we're going to add something that they don't have, and that's going to be some hard-boiled eggs. So how are we going to do this? Well, we want to make an ice bath. So we're going to get... what the fuck? Midnight Faded just gifted 5 subs. Amazing. Thank you so much, Midnight Faded. Very kind of you. Very generous. I'm going to do right by you, and I'm going to make an ice bath here. I think we're just going to take 1 ice cube, and we're going to pour some water into it, some cold water. And then let's take our egg. Pour it into our ice bath. And let's let it sit there for a sec. I'm going to take this. And maybe this would be the perfect time for us to do our thank you song. As everybody knows, in order to put on a show of the budget and scale that what we're doing here at Henry's Kitchen, there's no way that you could do it unless you had a village of people. And that's what I have in you, the users of Henry's Kitchen, whether it be Twitch or YouTube or Discord or any of these things, your usership has enabled us to do something that I think is actually pretty spectacular. M. Cariotti says, thanks, Henry. I have to go out. I'll watch the results on the DVD. Okay. Munch Hotel says, a village of people. Yeah, you need an entire village of people to make a show like this. You need the policeman, the construction worker, the Native American gentleman, and the guy with the buttless chaps, which I found out recently it's just chaps. There are no butts on chaps, so it's redundant. Simulator TM says, all users, you can consider yourselves enablers. Yeah, you're enabling us to do what we do. So why don't we pick a song here that we can, a melody that we can use for our thank you song. We're going to do this to the tune of Jose Suicidio's Help Me. And this is a thank you to you. For Ken and Dingo Bob. Oh, I might need reverb. Sorry, Cookie Monster the Third, but this one's going to have reverb. For Ken and Dingo Bob. What happened here? Okay. Dom Beef Hot Bear 1110 do dingle dog goggle. Dr. Flanges and Bacchus, Shane Yes Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana. It's Kate and Kairosa, Bumble Vision, the LGX, Chef Reactions, Husky Boyo, Bill Larkin Music, Nim Moon, Amaru, Orca Mind, S-Fan and Bonnie 2, and Dazzle Cap, Blurry Little Quest, Borsenvin, and don't forget Quanto. Thank you, Vanguard Depopulating Program. Our Tier 3 subscribers: Game Master Flash, the Cat Food Taste Tester, the Chernix Mochi's Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom GR, Zodbane and Tokma Nuts, Saguaro Burrito 55555, Dinosaur JV's Tech, Sickly Boy Beelzebub, Yarkasm Nico Tezo, Michael Bublé 4422, Passion Error Minho Shin 64, Midnight Faded JSBX Fan Essity Tis, Purple Donut Filling his Fruit Tankard and Borsenvin, Zodiac Tone, Gary Busey, ASMR Shandis, Nova Glarian, Mr. Gooseberry VT, and don't forget Quanto. Thank you, everybody. It does take a village of people, and thank you for everything you do. Okay, I think it's time for us. Our eggs have probably cooled down to a good place. So I'm going to take this and we're going to now put our beautiful meal aside for a second. I'm going to take one of these eggs and I'm going to show you how to to cut or to deshell a hard-boiled egg. This is not easy. This is advanced cooking. It's cooking 103 or 104. By the way, this is extremely dangerous. I don't want you doing this at home. But you want to go around the egg like this with the butt head of the knife, the heavy part. Mr. Cookie the Third, thank you. The reverb was on, and I apologize for anybody who gets seizures. Okay. Now we're just going to start peeling it. Peeling a hard-boiled egg is one of the more difficult things that you're going to have to do in the kitchen. It's time-consuming. It sometimes feels like it's never going to end, and you're usually pretty hungry. And the amount of egg that you're eating after all of that tedious work that you did is really not worth it. But I thought I would teach you anyway. Elake _ says, I always leave the shell in for calcium supplement. I always felt like you can't eat the shell. I don't know. Computer, is it okay to eat the egg shell? Hey, computer, can you eat the egg shell?
Eggshell is not generally considered to be safe to eat due to its bad or harmful texture. Always contact a healthcare professional for specific concerns about allergies or dietary restrictions.
Well, excuse me, I thought that a computer would know stuff like that, but I guess not. Okay, well, I think we did okay here. So this should be hard inside. Oh yeah, look at that. We have to memorize whatever we just did because this came out pretty damn good. I'm going to plate this so that it looks pretty. Look at that. Look at what we did here. That's absolutely a thing of beauty. This is probably one of the more beautiful things that we've made here at Henry's Kitchen, and I couldn't be more proud. But I like to say that I did it because you were there the whole time. You, the users of Henry's Kitchen, trying to get this photograph ready. Okay, that's ours. We'll compare it to their shitty one. Yeah, nothing special going on there, but look at us. We've got eggs in ours, and I am going to clean off this fork, and we're going to eat. Check in here with our alerts. Thanks again, Midnight Faded, for your gift subs. Bobbin says, whoa, you make one good dish and you start calling the other one shitty? That's messed up. You're right. I don't want to come off like I'm superior to other chefs, but I will say I've been doing this a very long time. And I wouldn't say I've made one good dish. I think there's probably been 3 or 4 times in my 11-year career that I've made stuff that came out good. And some people say that that's law of averages. I don't know. Okay. Let's go ahead and taste this here. It's good. It's fine. Just the right amount of onion. Whatever this dish was that I found, this recipe that I found on the floor, on the sidewalk, turned out to be great. It was foolproof. Computer, what does foolproof mean?
Foolproof is an adjective that describes something that is impossible for a fool to spoil or render inoperative. Something is foolproof if it is designed in such a way that even if someone tries to tamper with it, it will not break or fail to function properly. The term implies that even if someone tries to make a mistake, the device will not be compromised.
Well, this device was not compromised. This came out great. I'm getting some people saying we didn't put mayo, but we did. But you're right. It doesn't really look like it. Maybe I didn't put a lot. I'm going to have one bite and then we're going to play our game. Very scary Halloween game. And I have still 2 more eggs that I can enjoy for my lunch this afternoon. So my cup runneth over of ice bath hard-boiled eggs, I have to say. So it's Kate X. This is definitely a success. I'm sorry. I have heard that there's some side bets that go on. People thinking that it's not going to be good. And you never know. Gamblers will find a market for anything. Master Cookie the Third. Yeah, we're going to play Gory the Murderous Cat one day. It sounds great. I want to play that. Right now we're going to play... Oh, It's Kate X says 92% of chat believed in a success today. Wow, that's great. So most people were on my side. There were a couple of naysayers. We don't have the reverb on anymore. Okay, good. All right, everybody, let's play this game. This is a game that apparently is terrifying. And we're all getting ready here in the U.S. for what we call the scary, scary holiday. Comes right after Halloween. It's the first Tuesday of November. And it's called Election Day. So don't answer your doors. Munch Hotel has resubscribed for 24 months. Thank you so much, Munch Hotel. That's very awesome of you. And let's go ahead now. And how are we going to do this? Okay, I have to do a couple of things. I have to put on desktop audio. Quanto told me how to do all this stuff. I have to crop. I have to put this back up. And I have to go to the audio. Do you guys hear any music? You should hear a little bit of music. Yep, I can hear it, says Jackie Faye. Okay, awesome. Kurt Cocaine says, new Jose Suicidio single. No, we're about to play a very scary Halloween-oriented game, from what I understand. And it's called Cooking Mama. We played it a little bit last time. And we're going to play it again now. It's very difficult. It's terrifying. But basically, you're making food in a very high stress type situation. It's perfect to get us in the mood for Halloween. Don't forget, October 27th, we're going to have a major Halloween stream. It's going to be Dead by Daylight. We're going to have a costume party. We're going to make a Halloween dish. There's going to be special guests like Jose Suicidio and the Highwayman. And I want you to go to the Discord channel or look at that link in the chat there. The 2024 Henry's Kitchen Halloween stream will be October 27th. Check the announcement section on Discord and see how you can be involved. The costume contest is always a lot of fun. Okay, here we go. Let's cook. Now there's a bunch of dishes here. I don't know which one. Does somebody want to tell me which one to use? I won't know it by name because I don't know what any of these are. Let's have the chat weigh in on what dish we want to make here. I know there's pasta bolognese. Nella Wallen says that one. You mean this one? Top left. Okay, that's the only one that I know for sure. Or dumpling. Okay, let's do top left and then let's do dumpling afterward. Miso soup. Let's make miso soup. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to duck out of the chat for a second because this requires a lot of concentration. Chop up. Touch the knife quickly to slice the green onion. Well, we've done this in real life, so we should be able to do it on here. Oh yeah. This will give you carpal tunnel syndrome, though. Very good. That's the best that you can get, I think. I don't think there's an excellent. Thanks, Boris and Vin. I think I'm finally getting good at gaming. Change the recipe? Well, sure. Pork and vegetable soup? Why not? Chop up. Touch the knife quickly to thinly slice the carrot. Okay, we're going to do this again. Very good. Perfect even. Just as skilled as Mama. I wonder if it's the same Mama from the Foreigner song. Touch the knife quickly to thinly slice the radish. I want to see if I can do it even better. Very good. Perfect. Just as skilled as Mama. Cut. Slice the koniyaku by cutting up and down with your knife. I've never heard of koniyaku. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, this one's more difficult. Oh, I see. Uh-oh. Failed. Well, I had a couple. Norel Borel says, I like this game because the music makes me feel like I'm in a Wild West saloon. Yeah. It's great music. Sauté. Well, we know how to sauté here at Henry's Kitchen. Touch the icon to add the ingredients and sauté without burning. Okay. Touch the icon to add in the ingredients and sauté without burning. Oh, I see. Stir it up. I think we're going to put in the carrot now. And then some pork. I think we're looking up to the top to see it's going to say when it's ready. Okay, one of them's ready. So, what does that mean we do? And I don't know what those icons on the bottom are. Okay, we got good. Good is okay. It's sort of like getting a C. Stew. Make pork and vegetable soup according to the directions. Oh yeah, we gotta watch this line up here. Okay, we gotta mix. And then we wanna put the heat on medium. Mix more. I'm killing it right now. Add. Okay, we're gonna add this ingredient. Failed? Fuck you. I don't understand what we did wrong. We did everything right. Pork and vegetable soup. Finish. I don't understand what happened there. 58 points. That's still better than we used to do. Only do the action when you're close to the green thing. Oh, okay. So that might be a gaming tip that I wasn't aware of. Okay, we're gonna try the dumpling that I think Munch Hotel wanted us to try. You have to time it, Bibo Bobo says. Okay. Follow the dotted line to slice. Not easy to do. Failed. All right, well, it started out really good here, but it's starting to get harder. Touch the knife quickly to chop the cabbage. Well, we can do this. This is the one thing that we can do very well. Very good, perfect, just as skilled as Mama. Touch the knife quickly to chop the garlic. Well, we've done this too. Couldn't have done it better than that. Bibo Bobo says this game was designed for using a stylus on a touchscreen. Yeah, I'm using a mouse. Add the ingredients into the bowl as shown in the upper screen. What? Oh, okay, we'll put that in there. Cabbage. This stuff, butter, sesame oil. Failed. I don't understand why I failed that, guys. Knead. Follow the line to knead until the meter becomes full. What the fuck, man? Don't worry, Mama will fix it. Change the recipe? Fried gyoza. Sure, yeah, let's do it. Fold the dumplings. Touch a wrap to place it down and then fill it with meat. Follow the arrow to fold a dumpling. Oh, I see. I'm crimping the edges to make my gyoza. Not easy. Failed. Maybe I did it too slow? Okay, deep fry. Put the ingredients in the pan to cook. When they float and change color, remove them to serve. Oh, we made a lot. This one's done. This one's done. My elbow hurts. Good. Okay, we ended on a good. Only drop true like a pro. 2 like a pro. Thanks, Hank Boozle. If you end up with 4 out of 20 or whatever, you're doing good. Yeah, I've got gamer elbow, I think. 35 points. We'll take it. All right, everybody. Well, as always, I want to thank everybody so much for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen. I had a blast. I made some awesome food. I hope if you followed along at home that you made good food also. But it's time to say goodbye. We did some great songs. did poor renditions of them, but they were great songs. Beelzebub, thank you, Henry. Great stream today. Thank you, Beelzebub. Good to see you. And Duza, did you take the hair off first? Munch Hotel, Henry, this is how the bear learned to cook. Yeah, I think he did. He used a food simulator on the Nintendo or whatever. It's Kate X. Thanks, Henry. See you and the users on Wednesday. Thank you, It's Kate X. Keds Meow Mix, did you eat all that you made? I want to see. Oh, well, let's just one more time. Let's take a look. This is what we made. I ate all the egg. If you want to see what the I don't want to say the real one, but the recipe we were going for is that. Pretty close. I'm going to have another bite. It's like an okay salad. JSBX fan, you just got here. Gotta watch the DVD. Remember, Twitch saves all these things into DVDs that you can watch at any time. Munch Hotel, great stream. Thank you, Henry. Roast beef, VIPs, mods, users, coolers, unsubs. Absolutely. And thanks, Sed's Meow Mix, for resubscribing for 2 months. Says, you're doing great. I'm learning a lot. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks, Sed's Meow Mix. And Munch Hotel resubscribed for 24 months. We really had a good time here. Borsenvin says, go mouth breeze into Arby's roast beef's face. Cats always do that. And they also have tuna breath. Yeah, I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine there. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here at Henry's Kitchen. I'll be back Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I hope you're going to come to the Halloween stream October 27th. It's going to be a real blast. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Make some coffee. Put some booze in it if that's what you're prone to. But if you're not, put something in there like, I don't know, something special like this. Organic amber agave, which somebody gifted me. So I'm going to try to put this in the coffee also. Fish oil, no, I'm not sure. Pumpkin spice, yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks again, and I hope you enjoy your week, and I'll see you Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time.